what was the cause for even like Elon to fight Zuckerbucker? Like what was like, was there even a campaign, or was it just only for entertainment and like they just wanted to like prove something, which is not necessarily like, you know, because like I get the whole like scene of like, you know, the panorama of the psychology that is its own like cloud form and its own mind gas that is like not necessarily like the same thing as like the professional realm of like the technical infrastructures of life and the matrix and like, you know, the original like, you know, the material place of like the quote unquote, you know, solar system. Like that thing has its own rules, regulations, mechanics, and energy laws. So like, like I get the whole like, you know, the whole animalistic thing and the experiment and the mindset that comes from it, that's outside of the mechanics. I get that. But the thing is, we don't necessarily realize that because life gets in our way, because we could be in a position where we're just like, for whatever reason, we're at that stage and we're just, you know, barking up a tree we don't necessarily know we're barking up on, you know? Meaning like someone could just call someone out with like, you know, they don't necessarily have like a strong reason. They just want to like prove themselves. So like, what was like really like the whole like what was really the whole hype and the cause and the campaign for those like two guys to even fight? You know, they just kind of like, it was just kind of like, see, it didn't necessarily click. It didn't happen. Why didn't it happen? Two, you know, successful material people didn't make their focus and their, you know, front didn't make that happen. Why? Because there's a different level of mechanics that are happening. There's life mechanics. So that's the same thing with all this like entertainment media shit. Like the Scarface the Scarface movie. It's not necessarily the real life, even though it is. It's still that life gets come to a halt within like the surface level jurisdiction and law systems. It is, but it's not like long lasting. You know, that's the point I'm making. So it's like we're not necessarily realizing with our level of psychology what the system mechanics of life has for us, what the system mechanics of the matrix has for us, and how it's changing too. So we're not necessarily like aware of that. So it's like, because we have to observe where the fucking human intelligence and the human psychology is within the collective atmosphere right now. It's just like, you know, some people are just picking fights without a cause. Some people are just picking fights without a reason, because that's what the crack culture and the speed culture is inducing your psychology to like be kind of engineered towards. Like, so do they even mention a cause, like the Zuckerbucker and the Elons? Like, was there a cause to that, or was it just like a fucking propaganda narrative media that didn't come to fruition, even though they're like quote unquote masters of, you know, making their dreams come true, end quote, quote unquote, because that's a different system of exchange, obviously, because, you know, we don't necessarily see the nuances of like, you know, manifestation and materialization. We don't necessarily see that. But like, you know, what I just want to see like why didn't it ultimately happen though? Because it seems like life is getting in the way, you know? So it's like, it's not me to just like remind you like, oh, life's there. It's me to like caution you and bring like positive awareness, constructive awareness that life is there. The mechanics of life are there. It's not just about like being out of pocket of the professional realm. It's not me trying to like ignore or avoid the experiment that's happening of any war, you know? I just bought a new phone and my memory's already testing me. But like, yeah, so it's like, that's cool that you know, there was some type of transparency of like, you know, the response of the Elons of saying like being down for whatever. But like, it's like, you know, what would you prefer, you know, like, because a different, you know, for a different balanced jurisdiction professional system, there would still have to be some regulations. That's the point. You know, there's still some regulations for both parties to agree. Even if both parties agree, the professional realm is still going to influence itself, and it's still going to like take up space based on, there's like the order of life. Oh my gosh. So my memory's being capped. God damn it.